Hi Tauruses, this is Tarot in White Oracle. We get into the cloud to see what we see. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your you versus them for Tauruses. I do read for current energy and as it flows over the next 30 days. It's just a snapshot. We'll be getting into your feelings, your thoughts, your wants, your actions for Taurus and Taurus's person. Remember, you can flip the energy if you need to, and Taurus might be here and you might be here. Flip it as you need. That's completely normal. Take what resonates, leave the rest. You guys know the drill. All right, so we're going to go ahead and dive in. Thank you, Divine Creator, for channeling guidance. I do read for soul tribes, soulmate, and soul twins, and karmic soul tribes, soulmate, and soul twins. So what I'm getting from the Taurus's side of the energy is the Martin and Foxglove. So there's something very mischievous, secrecy, a mischief, lover of chaos. This energy is what Taurus is bringing to the connection, or they're something within the connection is making them feel this way, giving them this kind of perspective. Remember also, foxgloves are homes to fairies, and fairies can also be very mischievous. So I don't know what's going on with the Taurus, but the Taurus energy feels really funny over here. It's a trickster energy too. So there's a sense of wanting to play tricks or be mischievous, or there's something going on in the connection with secrecy. Something feels very up in the air, chaotic. And what I do get for the connection energy, so I'll go ahead and I'll read this one first and then we'll go into here. Your person, Taurus, I get the frog and the lotus reversed. So both the frog and the lotus are transformative, right? They are rebirth, rejuvenation. The frog metamorphosizes from, the tadpole, and it's swimming in the water, and it is a water animal, and then it is able to go onto the land, and it becomes the frog. And of course, the lotus is a strong symbol, and this comes out of Egypt as well in the hieroglyph, which becomes Sheen and then judgment, which is where we get our metamorphosis energy from judgment. You're leaving your old life behind and you're having a new life start, or you're born again, or you're reborn, or there's different ways that you phrase it, but at the end of the day it means some sort of metamorphosis or spiritual evolution inside of you. But it is in the reverse. In the reverse, this is meaning more of, you're struggling with the overwhelm, the out of control. And this is showing me that your person is feeling like you or this connection is out of control, or bringing too much mischief or a disorder, or for some reason the two of you together is creating this kind of energy, but your person is still metamorphosing through this, transforming through this. But your person is learning that even through the chaos, even through when things are out of control, I'm growing, I'm changing for the better. This is a perspective that your person is gaining, or an encouragement around that. So what I get between you, the energy between you two, oh, my dryer, hold on one second. All right, we're back. So the energy that I get between you two is timing and delivery. I feel like more so your person, but it could be also for Taurus as well, that not all things are meant for you. What is showing up for you is meant for you. And there is a synchronicity to life, a rhythm to life, and to follow your inner guidance around your own rhythm and the synchronicities that you're seeing. And in timing, in divine timing, this is when you have that which is meant for you come for you. So what is showing up for you right now, and what is not showing up for you right now? This is a message that is being sent to you to take a look at. And I feel it heavy in your energy around paying attention to what is showing up for you. Oh, so in the meditation, I was getting Jimmy Crack Corn and I don't care, Jimmy Crack Corn and I don't care. Sometimes that comes through when it feels like one or both people don't care about something. And I feel like it's coming from the Taurus side of the energy. Again, remember, you can flip the energy if that makes more sense for you. But it feels like someone is just causing a lot of chaos or disorder, or they're not caring about things or throwing things to the wind. Remember, this is your current energy, and as it plays out over the next 30 days, so this would be throughout March. Some of you would be moving through it slower or faster, but you're the captain of your own ship. So you can course correct, slow down, stop the ship, turn it around. This is just to give you a snapshot of your energy. I also get, as a reoccurring theme, sorrow and shallow. So this connection doesn't feel happy. There's something really sad or empty about it. Something that's not fulfilling you. And both of these are really dark and gray. It's like, you know, you're looking out the window waiting for your person and it's a rainy day, or the sun turns into night and they're still not here, or you still didn't get what you want, or it's still not happy here. So this is feeling shallow, empty, sad. Some of you may be suffering from something depressive over the next 30 days. We do get the angel advice, which I'll be reading later, which is an unexpected shift. And of course, 5/5 is a 10, which is around endings and beginnings. So something may be ending and something new beginning. We also get from our bread of life advice some Job 22:21, which is a numerical value of 7, which is all about that reflection. Submit to God, be at peace with him, and in this way prosperity will come to you. So there's a sense of, again, feeling like something is at conflict. Job was a character where things were in conflict, fighting against the wind, against the grain, a struggle. And so there's a reminder that when you are fighting against the grain, when things are up in the air, when things aren't feeling connected, aligned, or good, you need to find that peace within. You need to find that peace with God. You need to find that peace with Source, with yourself, so that you can come out of feeling like things are out of control and go into a place where you're fully metamorphosing. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into who your person is, who you are, Taurus, and who your person is, and then your feelings, thoughts, wants, and actions. So what I do get from Taurus, and this was all in our pre-shuffle, and of course I do that to save time, so you guys are only on for an hour instead of 2, because we got a lot to go over. All right, so in the Taurus energy, I do see the Bee reversed, our Queen of Cups reversed, our Egyptian card, which I love. If you watch my channel, you know I'm into the Hebrew letters and Egyptian glyphs. And of course, this is our Emperor reversed. So this energy feels very much like, I feel like there's 2 different groups of you. There's one group of you where the Taurus is out of work, laid off, not very busy at all, not a whole lot to do, Jimmy Crack Corn, I don't care. And there's another group of you where you're overworked, you're giving too much, keep giving, keep working, and it's like you're not getting the results, or there's not enough, whether you're not working or you're working too much. You're feeling disconnected from who you are, your soul's purpose. There's a lack of happiness right now within you or within the connection. And this feels like things, again, are out of control. Like you don't have control of things. But this energy is showing like a lover of chaos. So maybe you're learning to love the fact that you have no control over anything. And you're finally just, finding the joy in it. Finding, instead of trying to grab a hold of everything and take the reins and get control of things, you're learning to just love the chaos. And, that's not a bad thing. So it feels like upheaval, things in the air, not enough, not really connected to happiness, possibly overworked or not working at all. What I'm getting from your person, Taurus, We have our butterfly, which is another strong metamorphosis energy, but this one came out in the upright. So I feel like you know how to transform when you need to. You know how to grow. You learn those lessons you need to learn. You know, that butterfly is that creature that starts as the caterpillar and becomes the cocoon and then the butterfly. And so there's something in this connection that you are really growing through, even through the chaos, which could be throwing you off. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to be learning these lessons anyway. I'm going to be pushing through and doing my internal work anyway. I feel like I've been through transformations. I've grown something in this, even though there's a lot of upheaval or chaos. So this energy is feeling what's being given off by either this person or the connection itself, the combination of you two together. I do get an 8 of Cups in the Egyptian card and this 4 of Swords. And these energies are around, this one again feels meditative, prayer, taking time to rest. This feels like Job 22:21. This energy is around submitting to that higher force, right? Through prayer, meditation, coming to peace with things. For some of you, that can be relaxing by the pool and reading books. It can be a nature walk. It could be self-help books. I also feel therapy energy. For some of you, it could be as far as going to therapy. And this is how you're helping to come to peace with God, come to peace within yourself. But this energy is very reminiscent. These two feel similar. So I feel like this energy is more so from your person. But the 8 of Cups is an energy around you're not happy, but you love this person, but you're not happy. So you're wanting to move forward toward your happiness. And it's like you're ready for that. You're ready for that transformation. You're taking that time with yourself to get connected back to yourself, out of this disorder, chaos, upheaval, whatever it is you're going through. There's not enough here or not enough from your person. And there's an encouragement around looking at what is showing up for you. There's a right time for what is showing up for you and what isn't. And if this person is not showing up for you, that's something to really pray about, meditate around, right? We do get, again, that shallow and sorrow energy. And so this feels like you're not happy. And so, of course, you want to go toward your happiness. So something has to shift here. And I do see that coming with our angel energy that we will read at the end. But something has to shift here, either leaving the connection or something within the connection needs to shift in order for this to work. So let's go ahead. Those are the highlights. And we're going to go ahead and jump into feelings and thoughts or perspectives, the perspective that Taurus has of this connection, and then dive into wants and actions. So feelings, Taurus's feelings in the current energy and then over the next 30 days. Most beneficial, useful information. Let's get one more energy. All right, we do get our Queen of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, and Justice. Okay, so this energy, the Queen of Cups feels, it's funny because the Queen of Cups in the overall energy, so this feels more like life, work, and love is how I categorize them. And so this energy is also connected to work, feeling unhappy in work, disconnected from work. A sense, and this is infused in all of their energy overall. But directly in the connection is allowing them to feel they have a strong emotion, a strong intuitive or emotional tie to their person, the Taurus does. And this connection may even be allowing them to tap more into their emotions and their intuition. There's something about the connection that is waking them up in those areas, in this picture, you can see the person with their finger in the cup looking for directionals, signs, symbols. And so there's a sense of paying more attention to those synchronicities, which is what we get here. So the universe's lessons may be, even though there's a lot of chaos, maybe things feel like they're crumbling, or this person is just very mischievous, something secretive. The Taurus is learning the rhythm of life, the rhythm of God, the universe, the synchronization. When your intuition starts growing and opening up, you start seeing more of this synchronicity in life and the signs. And so it looks like the Taurus is waking up to this. Something in the connection is allowing them to develop their emotional and intuitive gifts. I also see the Knight of Pentacles and Justice, and of course we do see the 1-1 as well on the bottom for Justice. The Knight of Pentacles is a strong energy around focusing on their money, right? They want to be able to have a strong foundation. They might be trying to save money, even if they're not making that much. It's like they're trying to put a little bit aside here and there. But this is an individualistic energy, right? Because it's a 9, it's not a 10. So this is like they're focused on their money, but it's for themselves. It's not necessarily for the connection or for their person. So I also get an energy that feels like something is balanced here, something is just, something is fair. So Taurus's person is showing up fairly, rightly, justly. It feels like they know that you are a fair person, and maybe they've not been fair to you, but you've been more than patient or fair to them. So let's go ahead and see what we get for the filling space in Taurus's person. Taurus's person. And Taurus's person. How do they feel about the connection, about their person? All right, we do get our 2 of Cups. That's beautiful energy. King of Wands is more beautiful energy. And I'm going to take these. All right, we do get our... This person, again, I get another beautiful energy for the first card in feelings. So your Taurus feels very connected to you, something emotional, intuitive, on the soul level, is very tied to you, to this connection, waking them up. And I feel this soulmate, soul twin energy also coming from your person. Your person also feels a strong tie. You can see the tie between these 2 cups. They feel very tied to you. We also get King of Wands and Queen of Cups. Wow, another repeated energy. We've seen this 3 times now. So the Queen of Cups is on this end. So both of you feel like you are waking up to synchronicities, the rhythm of life. You may be seeing signs or symbols. You're seeing the universe in a new way, nature in a new way. Maybe it's speaking to you in a way that you've never noticed before. And I feel that from both of you have a very similar energy showing up, except that the Taurus feels a lot more focused about it, or detail oriented, and Taurus's person feels more easygoing about it. You know, in this image you can see our creature is like, yeah, I'm good. I see what's going on. I got a hold of all of it, and I'm just gonna go with it. And that's what I was getting to from the butterfly energy. You know, this feels like a metamorphosis that you're comfortable with. You're comfortable with transforming, metamorphosizing. You're comfortable with tapping into this aspect of you that's awakening your emotions, your intuition. And both of these energies are very much with water. You know, the water is a strong symbol of, you know, your origins, your emotions, your intuition, any psychic abilities too. And so these two feel very connected. It's like you are, this chaos is allowing you, the timing of this is meant to, I feel like it's awakening both of you too in different ways. So the central energy is all around, the King of Wands is a soul contract. It's a soul purpose energy, but a strong soul contract energy. So this is around also feeling like maybe the both of you agreed to awaken each other, or to help develop your ability to make the changes that you need through life and through yourself as you push forward through whatever chaos, upheavals, overwhelm, disappointments, sadnesses that happen. The ability to be strong and grow through that, and to awaken your guys' selves, each of you, into a higher state of understanding. The King of Wands is also very empowering. It's an energy that feels bonded to the other person, but not so much on earth. It's more like through your soul you feel bonded to the person. And you know, the hawk is a creature that keeps its eyes open in the sky, and it's able to see. It's a great seer, right? So that comes to mind too, that maybe you're even gaining seer abilities. This feels very spiritual and transformative. And this feels out of control, chaotic, mischievous, but awakening. Getting those emotional and intuitive downloads. But also taking care of your business, right? Whether you're not working anymore, laid off, or working too much, it's like you are focused on your money, you're focused on taking care of the things you need to take care of. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into perspectives. How does Taurus perceive this connection? All right, lovers. So this is a strong soul twin connection. Your person perceives you, this connection, as something very strong on the soul level. This is what I was feeling with your guys' energy. You guys are waking each other up. The Five of Swords. But this connection puts this person into their mind and with doubts and skepticism. It's like they know it, they can feel it, they can perceive it, but at the same time it brings up those skepticisms, those doubts. It makes their mind go into circles. Or they might perceive that about you. They might perceive you, since this is in perception. And remember, perception is the way this person is seeing something. It's not necessarily the truth, but they are perceiving you or this connection as soulmate, soul twin, and either it gets them in their head or they see you getting in your head about this. We also get the Hangman in reverse, or the Hanged One. So in the upright, of course, this is a divine separation. This might feel like a separation between the two of you that you don't want to have, or it's not actually the right time for it. It's just like there's just so much chaos in life that's keeping you guys from being fully together. But this energy also feels like they're perceiving you as trying to take control of things rather than let go, let God. They perceive you as getting in your own way, maybe. And that's what I was feeling in this energy too. This is like the chaos or the lack of control might be getting to you, and there's an encouragement to go with the flow, to metamorphosize and transform through it rather than to control it and to make everything, even though that is our tendency as humans, we want to control everything. There's something around the lessons that are being taught in finding peace with yourself, with God, through the chaos, and that divine timing is always on your side. Source has always got your back. God's always got your back. Or universe, you can look at it that way as well. And is always going to show up for you. So even though you feel like maybe if this person or the situation is not working for you, or you're not happy, and there's a lot of emptiness or sorrow, something sad here, this is also a reminder that God is in the timing and will show up for you always. So your person, though, is perceiving there's a bit of resistance in you to go with the flow, or they might be feeling that way in the connection, like the connection itself might be pushing back, resisting. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into how your person is perceiving this connection. Again, remember, you can flip the energy if you need to, if it feels like Taurus is here and your person is here. How is Taurus? Taurus's person feeling about the connection. Taurus's person feeling about the connection. Taurus's person perceiving the connection. How is Taurus's person perceiving the connection? All right, so how is Taurus feeling, perceiving? How are they perceiving this connection? So we do get the Nine of Pentacles. So Taurus, I keep saying Taurus. Taurus's person. So I feel like Taurus is very much influencing their person over the course of the next 30 days and in the current energy. It feels like Taurus's person knows that you are individualistic. It's like you've got your mind on the money and it's not necessarily for us, it's for you. And it feels like your energy, Taurus, which is very up in the air or chaotic or mischievous or secretive or individualistic, out of control, either focused too much on work or not working at all, it's very much affecting your person. And your person can see that you are all about, making your foundation stronger and trying to save your money, and they can see that it has a lot to do with you and that you're not really giving into the connection or to your person. I also see the Ace of Swords and King of Swords. So your person is perceiving you or this connection as someone that is bringing some sort of truth to them, or is opening up in communications. Perhaps over the next 30 days, if communications were blocked or kind of spotty, or you felt like something was secretive, over the next 30 days, you're going to be perceiving the truth about the connection, about your person. You're perceiving your person as showing up and speaking clarity. And your person, and I'm speaking from this perspective, so the Taurus or the crosswatcher's person, they're perceiving their Taurus as somebody who maybe you take a lot of space, or you avoid them, or you're taking space a lot of times from them, or you're the type of person who you're loyal. There's a loyalty here. I'm not picking up on the mischievousness being about someone else. It's just it feels like you're loyal and there's some sort of clarity or truth coming, but you're also, there's something about not feeling like you guys are completely together or on the same page just yet. And that's going to be coming through and playing a part over the next 30 days. So let's go ahead and dive into Wands. So what does the Taurus want? All right, we do get our strength energy. This is a strong Leo. We'll go over all the signs too at the end. Of course, our strength card comes from Tet, which comes from our fortified city or walled city. It's a strong energy of protection, a protective divine principality. This is a strong energy around courage and standing up for yourself, showing up for yourself, your wants, your needs, your boundaries. This feels like a quiet strength. So I feel like your person, crosswatcher, or, you know, if you're the crosswatcher here, or Taurus, sorry, I wanted to fix this little corner. It feels like the Taurus is wanting a quiet strength, quiet courage. They're wanting to feel inside, you know, that they are connected. Because this energy is feeling, you know, disconnected from themselves, feeling weak, feeling like they have no control. And they want to have control, right? They want to feel connected, but they don't want it at the price of aggression. You know, this energy, you can see this person is quietly sewing, quilting. You know, it's like they're making that quilt for themselves to keep them warm, keep themselves safe and protected, but quietly working a way to get the job done for themselves. What else does the Taurus want? All right, we do get our Six of Swords, and this is in reverse. So this is an energy of course, in the upright, this is moving toward things in your future, being brave toward your future. This is an energy that just feels a lot like in being brave toward your new future. In the reverse, though, your person might feel like they're not brave. They might feel like everything is falling apart and I don't know what to do. Everything is overwhelming and I don't have control. But I'm learning to just have fun in the chaos. I'm learning that mischievousness, I'm learning to be mischievous. It's teaching me to have fun in it. But your person, it doesn't feel like your person wants to feel stuck. You know, they want, this strength energy is before that energy. So this is like, I want to come out of fear and I want to be brave. And we get our Five of Cups, which is like regrets. Your person has regrets around maybe the way they've treated you or the way the connection's gone down. They're looking, you know, at that cup that's broken and all that coffee is pouring out of it. So it's like this energy is focused on what's lost. You know, we got that energy here too. There's loss and grief. That's what this energy feels like. If you can see that. So it's like your person doesn't want to feel stuck. They don't want to feel like a coward. They don't want to feel like they've got regrets or guilt around this connection or things that have happened. They want to be courageous. They want to have that quiet strength within and feel like they've got the courage and that they can show up for themselves in the connection wholly, so that they don't have any regrets around the way they've treated you because of the way they've treated themselves, because of self-sabotage a lot of times. So let's go ahead and see what comes up for your person, Taurus. What does your person want? All right, we get our Six of Pentacles. It did come in the reverse. What else does your person want? Soul tribe, soulmates, and soul twins. We do get our Four of Swords. So it's a repeated energy above. We'll talk in a second. What else does your person want? So even though Taurus feels like their person is fair or just, your person may feel like you are breadcrumbing them or not showing up wholly or fully. Like we got that energy here at the beginning around what is showing up for you, who is showing up for you. And then that's an important message to look at. Your person feels like you're not there for them. They're giving more than you're giving. And this is an energy around that meditation, that therapy, that prayer. They may want you to go into meditation or couples therapy, or prayer with them, depending on, you know, your context, your situation. It's going to vary for everyone, but this feels like they want some sort of healing around this. And they don't want to be the only ones who are working on themselves to make this work. They want you to also work on yourself. And our Two of Swords is an energy that's undecided, right? They want a decision to be made here. They want to know what to do. They want to know where you stand. They want to know where we stand, where the connection stands. So this energy just feels very, very much like, I need you to show up. I need you to, instead of not doing what you need to do and then regret it and have guilt about it, do what you need to do from the get-go. And maybe we need to have couples therapy. Maybe we need to talk about something really in depth. You need to heal something as well as I do in order to grow this connection, if this is going to work. This is an energy also around free will. So it's like using your free will to make the decisions that need to be made around healing. Whatever is not working, whatever is unfair between you two. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we get for actions. And as we do that, we're also going to draw as well. Need to get my bag of major events. So we want to see what major event will be influencing this connection over the course of the next 30 days. What major event? And then we will draw for actions. Major event. So we do get pay. So this is the Tower energy. or in the Egyptian, it's our false door. So, or also in the divine principality, it is the Egyptian Ta. So this energy feels like the major event that is going to be taking place over the next 30 days between you, again, has to do with upheaval, things crumbling, falling apart, and feeling like you have no control over the connection or over a situation. It's going to feel like a bunch is happening to you, and it's not going to feel good. I can tell you that. But within this is transformation. So this energy feels very much like the two of you together, which is really interesting. This energy is all this chaos that I'm feeling from this side and transformation that I'm feeling from this side. It's allowing a transformative aspect, a metamorphosis to take place within one of you at least, or both, so that the connection can transform. Now you have free will, so you can choose not to transform, but this is the universe's way, God's way of waking you up. This is like a wake-up call. That's what a tower moment is. So we do have that, and again, it's reminiscent of this energy of Job wrestling with his life, with himself, with God, with trying to figure out what to do. There's so many problems. What do I do? That's what this energy is. This energy is, that's because things are built on a false foundation. Something needs to be healed here, worked on here, so that that foundation can be built properly before an alignment and a union that's working for both of you can happen. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into actions now that we can see our major event. Actions over the next 30 days. All right, so we do get our 9 of Cups. That's beautiful, beautiful energy, 9 of Cups. All right, let's see what else we get. This one wants to come out. The Hermit. And our Chariot. All right, so let's take a look and see what this means. And I'll let you know in 1 second. I need to pick up that book that fell. All right, so we've got our 9 of Cups, our Hermit, and our Chariot. This is an energy of really working toward your dream come true. And if that's this person, this connection, the Taurus is all about it, right? They're wanting to make their dreams come true, their wish come true. They might feel like you are their wish come true. I feel like that is especially true for you guys because I get the soulmate energy and the soul twin energy together. And I also get a Queen of Cups and a Queen of Cups together. And we're going to go over the soul energies as well. So your person feels like this connection or you is a dream come true. There's something about it that might even feel dreamy to them, and they might feel like this is a dream, or I'm in a dream. This connection with you is like a dream. For some reason, Madonna's Like a Prayer comes to my head. Just like a prayer, my voice will take you there. Maybe that's a song you guys like, or there's something significant about the way this person talks, their voice activates something within you, your emotions, your intuition, awakening kind of energy is what I'm feeling more. So we also get the Hermit and the Chariot. So this is a strong energy. Now the Hermit's very much connected to Kansu in Egypt, which is our divine principality energy around protecting those wanderers of night, right? Those who are lost, alone, wandering in the night, metaphorically, symbolically, and literally, who are needing guidance. Kansu is that protector, right? That energy, that divine principality to provide light in the night. That's what this energy means. And of course, the hermit energy is around healing. It's around taking time. It can be very spacious, right? I was picking up on this side of the energy, your person, cross-watcher, needing space, needing to take space, or taking time, or there's some sort of separation, energy between you going on, or some sort of gap. This energy, again, feels like that, but it feels like it's for good reason. It doesn't feel like this is happening because there's another person. So for those of you that have that going on, I don't feel like this reading may not be for you, although take what resonates and leave the rest. This reading feels like a connection that is more about finding that transformation, that growth, that awakening that was meant to occur between you as the two of you got together. There's something on the soul level that you're each learning. And this energy is growing and meditating. Again, it's a meditative energy. It's shining a light on all those places that need to be healed, that need to be worked on. And you can see in the image, this person is taking a lot of time studying, reading those books. And maybe your person will be, or the Taurus will be, reading those self-help books or therapy books, or maybe the two of you together are going to be working on something and you're journaling about it. This energy is around working on what they need to work on. So this is a very promising sign over the next 30 days that your person will be doing the work they need to do in order to get their wish fulfillment. And for many of you, I feel like their wish fulfillment is you and this connection. The Chariot energy also wanted to come out. And this is a strong moving energy, and moving forward, grabbing the bull by the horns. And a lot of times, you can be going off course with this energy. This is ket or chet in the Hebrew. And a lot of times it can be sin or missing the mark. But that's because you have a choice, right? You can choose to go take the right path, or you can choose to take the wrong path. And a lot of times people end up fumbling taking the wrong path. But it looks to me, because your person preceding this is taking the time to study, to work on themselves, to go toward their wish fulfillment. Again, this is an image of working. So this person is going to be working on what they need to get to their wish fulfillment, their dream come true, looking at those problems that they have within so that they can heal, and then they're going to take action to go toward their healing and or toward the cross-watcher, the connection. So this is a very promising energy in terms of actions. So it feels like this wake-up call is waking Taurus up. So let's see what we get for actions with Taurus's person. Taurus's person. Actions for Taurus's person. The High Priestess. Well, a very strong divine feminine energy. So we get the beautiful butterfly. It feels very high priestessy to me. And then we get, again, a beautiful Queen of Cups, which we had up here and here. So your person, Taurus, they are ready for their transformation, ready for their awakening, ready for tapping into their intuition, their emotions, psychic abilities as well, if those are coming up for them. And this is just very It's a metaphor for metaphors. Metamorphosis. um, so this is a significant transformation, change, metamorphosis that your person will be going through. And this is beautiful energy that I'm feeling from them. This is also a very strong divine feminine. So take gender as it resonates, but your person is showing up as the divine feminine energy. And of course, the Queen of Cups was divine feminine. But with the soul contracts, they had a divine masculine energy showing up. So it's like the divine masculine side knows that there's a soul contract between you, knows that there's lessons to be learned, growth to be had, and the feminine part of their energy is coming up and feeling into that intuition, into that knowing what to do with this, what to do with you, what to do with the connection. And if that means leaving the connection and growing separately, it feels like that's what they'll do. But let's see what the rest of the energy says. But I can see they're very connected to what their course is going to be, and they have a lot of listening to that energy. So what else do we get for Taurus's person in the actions? Wow, all right, we get a Queen of Wands. And what else do we have for our actions? All right, this one wants to come out. Okay, so we do get our Queen of Wands. We were just talking about that King and how the divine masculine side of the energy is showing up in this person, but now we get our Queen. So we have our perfect match. The feminine side and masculine side of the energy within your person is coming together fully to fully comprehend, understand, to push the energy forward within themselves and within the connection through fulfilling soul contracts. And this also feels very much like showing up for themselves, showing up strong. This can be, I don't like saying boss bitch, but it's kind of like that energy where it's like, hey, I'm empowered and I know where I'm headed, what I'm doing, get out of my way. But it's kinder than, it's kinder than that. It's not a truck running you over. It's more like driving a Corvette, right? And it's like, woo, move out of my way, peoples. So that's what this feels like. And this is the wands are a very heavenly energy. They're way up here, right? Our earth energies are really heavy down here, but our wands energies are way up high. And so it feels like your person is connected to their knowing, connected to their contract that they've agreed with to you, with what they want to grow in, and they're ready to do it. Like, they're on board. They're like, this is what we're here for, right? And we've got the Hangman energy. So again, this is letting go and letting God. This is trusting, having faith. This is also divine separation. So even though Taurus may perceive this as separated and it's not, they might perceive some sort of things just feel not right to them. This energy shows, and because the Taurus's person, all their energy is in the upright, being connected to their intuition, emotions, soul contracts, and their purposes. And so this energy is all around, if you guys are in a separation, it is purposed. There is a good reason for it. And so you're taking that time to heal the way you need to heal. But again, this is like faith like a child. So, and letting go, letting God kind of energy. So beautiful, beautiful energy showing up for both of you. It's like you're doing the work, you're hanging on to your dreams. And for many of you, I feel like it's this connection, this person, and you're doing it for the connection, this person. And Taurus's person is connecting to their purposes. They They're knowing, their inner knowing, they're following it, they're feeling empowered by it. And they're letting go, letting God, they're trusting, they're submitting to that process, that trust of process, trust in God, of source, of universe, however you want to phrase it, in order to be at peace with themselves, with the whole, so that they are able to find the prosperity they need within themselves, within the transformation, metamorphosis, and within the connection. So let's go ahead, and I'm so glad you guys have a good ending at the end of the 30 days. Not everyone does. So I'm glad that you guys are going to be doing your work and that this is more purposed for you. So we do have 0505 in the angel advice, which is a power of 10, which are unexpected shifts. So this is endings and beginnings. So it does feel like, you know, there was some sort of separation or pause or gap or disruption. And this is a significant shift that is occurring in the connection. For some of you, you can use free will. So for some of you, you may leave the connection. I do see in your person's current energy, they feel like leaving something they love behind. So for many of you, they might just do that, especially since this is an ending and new beginning energy. But for others of you, you are working through, you're taking that time to heal yourselves so that this connection can be, I want to say, born again. You know, usually it's about a person, right? But I feel like this connection can be born again with an unexpected shift. Divine guidance, transformation, love, serendipity, intuition, adaptability, new opportunity. So we were just talking about all that: divine timing, guidance, transformation, and intuition. An unexpected shift. A sudden change is coming. This card is to encourage you to follow your true passion. This energy is also very passionate and very following your passions. While it may disrupt your current path, it will lead you to where you belong. So again, this is a reminder that whatever is disruptive in your connection, it is for a purpose, to guide you toward your metamorphosis and your transformation, so that you can go toward what you are purposed to do. And for this, the Taurus energy, it feels like they're learning about their intuition, their emotion. They're waking up to synchronicities, to the rhythm of the universe. So it will lead you to where you belong, whether that's a loving relationship, your dream career, or a new location. So embrace this unexpected and trust your instincts, your intuition, and welcome the opportunities that arise. So this is what we have for the Taurus reading. And remember, we do you versus them on Saturdays. We do one sign a month, 3 signs every Saturday, and we do a collective. You can catch up weekly every Wednesday to find out what's going on with you, your person. And those are on Wednesdays, and it's a collective, one reading for the whole collective. All right, so thank you so much for joining, and I will see you guys on, let's see, March, at the end of March, early April. Remember to share, like, subscribe, leave a comment. We are still growing, and thank you again for joining, and I will see you guys soon.